Hey guys, have you heard of Mini Katana? They're only probably one of the largest suppliers of bladecraft, anime, merch out there today. And they actually just grew to about over 7 million subscribers on their YouTube channel. They sent me a couple of items here, including a premium quality katana that I'm gonna be showing you and unboxing today on the video. So you definitely wanna check this out. I didn't know what to expect from this company. I know they do a lot of anime, fantasy swords, the colored blades, a lot of the fantasy style weapons and a lot of the anime recreations. And from what I understand, they do a great job with the anime recreations. I'm not big on anime, but a lot of people are. People who are not into swords and with anime, they're bridging the gap of people getting into bladecraft. What I like about Mini Katana, they are also offering premium quality swords at a price. They do have available quality swords that, with a good fit and finish, good steel, good put together and all that. And I have one of them that I'm going to be showing to you. And it came in this box here. Now, if you guys ever watch my channel, you know that I'm always a little suspect when I see boxes like this, because I always feel like maybe they should put more of the money into the sword rather than giving you, having the customer pay for, a lavish box. But this is not a very high quality box. It's not like solid mahogany, but it's a nice added presentation on a very, already expensive sword that they're charging. It's around $8.99. It's a Tamashigiri's series sword. And they're giving you a little bit of a better presentation on it. So we're gonna be, I'm really looking forward to opening this up. The one thing about dealing with Mini Katana so far, I've realized it's just been a pleasure to be dealing with them. Very courteous, very big on customer service, even not as just basically a reviewer getting items for a review. They've been ultra courteous and threw a lot of gifts in just for doing it for them. And they're very appreciative, even though they're a big company. And as far as marketing is concerned, they are a professional marketing company that happens to be selling sword items. They are a pro marketing company, and that's why they had grown since 2021 an elaborate amount of subscribers that they have gained in a very short period of time. They did a lot with shorts, but they basically put a lot of work into it to get the word out there, and they have became one of the most popular providers of swords on the planet right now. But we'll get into Mini Katana and my outlook on Mini Katana. I want to get through opening up some of this stuff and see basically what a premium katana looks like in the eyes of Mini Katana. Start with the knife, which is pretty cool that I got a sword and I got a knife for my knife peeps. So this particular knife is called the company Invictus Blades Premium Knives. I guess it's a provider from Mini Katana, one of the sellers, one of the things they sell at Mini Katana, Invictus Blades. This particular knife is called the Silver Wing Damascus Blade. It comes in a pretty nice presentation box. I mean, it's, like I said, presentation wise, they're doing so far, it's, they're definitely presenting everything pretty good. Without further ado, get the little thing here. Let's open this up. And like I said, appreciation for their customers. Established 2023, right? In the box, they actually say, thank you for your purchase. So they're very, very appreciative of their customers and the business that people do with them. So that's one thing I've noticed with Mini Katana as well. Now, so you have the knife here. I mean, it's definitely different. It's definitely a little bit fancier, a little bit more of a fantasy style type of knife. But what I'm trying to look at, not only the aesthetics, but also does it work? How, if I carry it every day, how is it going to feel and how is it going to do what it needs to do? Now, it does come with a leather sheath, and I'm assuming that this is probably how you carry it, because there's probably no belt clip. So you pull this up, it already has the lanyard rope there. It's wood resin pretty much all around. You have some wood resin here, and the other side. I mean, they change it up as far as different type of pattern here, a different pattern here, and the same on top on each side. It's definitely a fancy looking knife. You got the lanyard with the skull here. I love skulls, but that's already attached. You got the stainless steel liners. Weight wise, it's pretty good, and a little aggressive here, I think I noticed when I first took it out of the box. But let's see the action. Not bad. Feels pretty good in the hand. I mean, it definitely has a nice curvature into the hand. It definitely fits the hand pretty well. This is a little aggressive on the jimping here. you know, you could probably sand this down and it'll be fine, but I like the blade shape. And if you look at the blade, you got that really beautiful, you know, and this is not a full review, guys. I'm just kind of trying to show you first look. You got some nice Damascus pattern here, like a little hormone line, okay, in here. Supposedly this is a 67 layer VG10 steel, and like I said, the wood resin scales, and it has an HRC of around 60. And let's see how the close is. Not bad. I mean, basically action wise, this is not bad at all. Doesn't wiggle, doesn't rattle. It's feels pretty good in the hand, and I think it's pretty sharp out of the box. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Pretty impressed. So what I'm going to be doing is, again, this is a first look. Fancy, very fancy, a lot of wood resin. You know, I wish they would have stick to one pattern on each side as opposed to changing it, but I just think they did a lot of stuff. They tried to put a lot into this knife, but it's definitely a, you know, a nice looking knife. I mean, in terms of basically how it's put together, it's really nice. This I could probably do without a little bit, but my most concern is how does it work and how does it handle everyday tasks. I'm definitely going to be carrying this around, but it's definitely a nice looking conversation piece to pull out of your pocket and use. It's a beautiful looking knife. The wood resins are gorgeous. The Damascus I'm a big fan of when it's done well. And I love the blade shape, that big belly. I mean, you could definitely, I think, get a lot of stuff done with this. But let me see how it carries. It is a little bit tight, but I think that's it's got to work itself in. But yeah, there's a lot of things I got to figure out with this knife. But this is a little tight. I can't really get this into the hole. I don't know how you guys want to take that, but I can't get this into the hole. It's a little too tight. The hole is a little too tight, but whatever, you take that as you want, but that's the truth. So this is the knife they gave me for review. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to carry it and I'll let you know how it is, but so far it feels good, and it opens and closes pretty well. The engagement is good, and the blade shape is pretty cool, and it's a fancy looking, very decorated knife. You know, nice looking conversation piece, nice weight, nice balance. All right, so moving on. With the premium Katana, you have a cleaning kit. You also have a stand. It normally comes with a stand, but I don't think they gave me a stand, but whatever, it's a sample. But it does come with a cleaning kit and does come with a stand. And this sword is, it's called the Tamashigiri series model Kaizen. I think it's called Kaizen. Tamashigiri series model Kaizen. And it's a 1095 folded steel blade. So I'm looking forward to that. But let's actually open up their cleaning kit. This is the Medford Smooth Criminal, pretty much at my side most days. I love opening this stuff up. Generally get excited to open up new sword stuff. All right, so you have your typical stuff. You have your powder ball, which has the very, very, very fine polishing agent here that you pat. Now, you know, I'll give you a sample of how it works. You have a couple of different cloths here. This is what I need because mine broke, the one that I had. Basically, this is to take apart the sword. We'll do this all on camera, guys. And this is the Koji oil. Okay, the Japanese oil that you would use to basically maintain your sword. So it pretty much has a nice little display of everything you definitely would need in order to maintain your sword. So that comes with the sword. So that's like a nice added bonus. Again, let's see the quality of sword if all of this stuff is warranted. You got the sword bag also that comes with it, was in there. Let's see if the stand and all that stuff is warranted, as long as the quality of the sword doesn't suffer by giving you all the rest of the stuff. But we'll make that decision as we move on. All right, guys, so here you see that you have latches here to open it up. They're obviously open. You open it up and here's pretty much the sword. It comes in like this padded, like kind of padded felt type of material on the inside. You know, it's pretty cool. It's a nice little presentation box, but this is, again, this is cardboard. It's not a very high quality wood or anything like that you think that maybe you're spending so much extra money. It's just a nice little added bonus on a presentation box to give you with this sword. Now, I wasn't lying. I haven't opened this at all yet. So far, I mean, it's wrapped up in plastic. It's pretty light. I think it's going to be a pretty light and nimble sword. But let's take this thing apart. Let's see what we got. More plastics. They definitely wrapped it up pretty nice. Ooh, the saya looks pretty good. Saya looks really nice, actually. Nice paint job. I'm going to show you something very interesting if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you how similar this particular sword looks. Very similar to another sword I have, and that is also a very high quality brand. So I'm going to try to compare the two side to side, and you let me know what you think. All right, guys, so here is the katana. This is the Tamashigiri series model Kaizen. And this particular wrapping, they call it the suka is a Haiichi style wrapped suka. It's copper habaki, which I'm really looking forward to seeing that. But right off the bat, if I look at basically the pieces, the kashida is pretty lined up. It's pretty even. I mean, no overlap. Again, this is not a full review. I'm just getting first impressions. The ito is generally tight. I could move it a very small bit, but it's generally very tight. And the diamonds are fairly even. I wish the diamonds were a little bit bigger for my taste, but they're done really well. It's wrapped pretty well. It's nice, slender. It's almost like a Rico shape type of style. It's got a little bit of a curvature to it for the hands, which is cool. Very comfortable so far what I've seen the hands. It's a nice quality cotton and a really good quality race skin from what I can see. Okay, Suba is like I think it's an iron Suba. Yep, there's a magnet, and it is definitely predominantly a iron Suba, which I always appreciate. It's not the cheap metal alloy shit crap. It's an actual iron Suba, because you can see how it's ultra magnetic, which means it has a very high iron count. It's got a nice little feel, like a texture to it, like a smooth texture to it. I really like it. Not bad at all. I'll get you some close-ups for sure. But the saya is good. The saya is a nice painted saya. So far I don't see any lines. You have some bullhorn, I think, on the kojiri, and I think you have some, it looks like you have some bullhorn around the koiguchi, or the mouth, which is cool. And probably they're going to finish up the bullhorn on the korogata knob too. Shinodome's not glued in, but whatever. That's always an epidemic. Going back to the fuchi though, the fuchi is also done pretty well. I think I don't see any lines or anything like that. Everything looks pretty good. Actually, it's wrapped up in plastic, but the fit is actually pretty good, but it's got plastic on it, so I can't really tell you. But let's open it up. And yes, this is all wrapped up in plastic, so give me a second. Let me take this off. Saya's got like a hishime type of finish. So far, I mean, it's a little light, but it seems like it's pretty good quality. The koiguchi looks like it's in really good shape. Sageo rope is actually, of normal quality. It's pretty good. And paint job looks pretty damn spot on. Looks good. I don't see any ripples. Actually, it's a very, very attractive saya. I think they did a really nice job in the varnishing and the staining of it. But looking at the blade, guys, I gotta say, this is not a bad looking blade. It's got some folding marks there. What impresses me is this beautiful copper habaki, which is actually put on extremely well. Let me try to show you on this side. There's no spaces or anything like that, and that's always my pet peeve, and they did a nice job with this, along lines with some higher quality swords I've seen with these type of fitted copper habakis, and you really only find these on, higher price swords for the most part. You get lucky sometimes on cheaper swords, but this is a great feature to have this nice fitted, very well fitted copper habaki. But we'll see how it is once we take it apart. But the pieces are good. The kashida looks pretty good. Again, we'll show you, obviously I'm going to show you many close-ups of this sword, and also the fuchi looks like it's a pretty good design as well. The hamon line and the polishing job in the blade is really impressing me. It's got a really nice yokote line. The lines, the boshi looks great, going the hamon, the termination hamon into the kasaki looks good. It's a thin blade. It's got a nice distal taper to it, nice weight, nice balance to it. But this is a very well polished blade. Very well polished blade. This is really not that bad looking. This is a lot better than I thought it would be. But for $8.99, I would pretty much expect a very high quality sword. And so far, what I'm seeing is pretty good along the lines of the price point. This is legit, guys. This is a nice looking sword from Mini Katana in a lot of ways, and the balance and weight, everything feels pretty damn good. Model Kaizen, guys, Tamashigiri series, light and nimble, a little bit of a rattle, but it fits pretty good. thumb push basically comes out, goes in pretty well. It's got a nice, pretty good fit. I would probably not want to hear rattle on a sword that price, but you're gonna get it here and there. It's a very easy fix. What I'm more concerned with is how it fits into the saya, and it fits really good. It comes out pretty well with no problem for basically no toe and all that. I think that's more important to me than the rattle. You know, pet peeve for some people, but for the most part, as long as it kind of fits, the habaki fits firmly and tightly in here, I think that's the more important thing. But the as far as the balance, guys, this feels pretty good. I got some stands and lights and stuff like that, but this is light and nimble. I like it. No bohea, but I could definitely feel it. I feel it. I feel the nimbleness of this sword. I like how it feels. As far as being a good cutter, we'll see how it is. It's supposed to be a Tamashigiri series, but so far, fit and finish wise, guys, this is a very, very pretty looking sword. It's a nice piece of 1095, which I love 1095. The sharpness level I think is there. It's definitely got a nice edge to cut. For the most part, I may hone it up, but it's pretty impressive looking sword from Mini Katana. There's a lot of things to like about it so far in terms of fit and finish, in terms of the transitions and everything, the ito, tightness of the ito, the basic overall look is beautiful. I like how everything looks, how the fit with the saya and all that. I always feel like you have high quality in your hand when you have a good fitted copper habaki that especially fits into the saya really well. But this is very manageable sword. Liking what I'm seeing from Mini Katana so far. Now, to compare this to another sword is not a bad thing, because the sword that I'm comparing this to, and before I even opened it, I just saw pictures of it. This reminded me specifically of the Zisei Taiyuan, which I've reviewed on my channel before. If you notice the habaki, the kashiras, how they're similar, and how the wrap is similar, the diamonds are similar, the sayas, while being different, they have the same similar patterns. It's just hard to explain, but when I see this sword, I see the Zisei sword. And again, that's not a bad thing, because Zisei is a very good brand. Now, am I trying to say that Zisei is producing these swords for them? I have no idea. I'm just finding the similarities between these two swords, the copper habakis, the well-fitted type copper habakis, and the polish. Obviously, I did some cutting with the Zisei, but look at the boshi, look at the termination of the yokote, look at the homon line, look at the type of polishing work. It looks so similar. Is Zisei have a hand in making this? I have no idea, but they look similar. That means good quality as far as I'm concerned. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end. Very impressed with whatever Mini Katana has sent me. Very impressed with this premium sword. I did not expect to be this impressed with what I'm seeing from them. A lot of similarities to some really good quality swords that I've seen, and I'm looking forward to bringing you a full review and a full demonstration on this sword, knife, and whatever I have from Mini Katana. And before you leave, guys, take a look at this video coming up next. See you when I see you guys. Peace out. So definitely take a look at this. So you definitely want to check this out. So you definitely want to check this out. So you definitely want to check this out. So you definitely want to check this out.